All right, let's talk about cricket. But this isn't just about bats and balls. We're diving into a story of grace, patience, and this incredible deep-seated tradition. We're going to trace its whole journey, right from these quiet English village greens all the way to global glory. And honestly, this quote just hits the nail on the head. We're not getting bogged down in stats or scores here. No, this is about something bigger. It's about how this simple pastime somehow became a mirror for the entire character and history of a country, the spirit of a nation. That's what we're after. So you gotta ask, right? How did that happen? How does a game become a symbol for a whole country's character? Well, that's what we're kicking off with. It's all about the spirit of the game, those core values of fair play, of just quiet endurance, and that special kind of unity you only seem to find out there, on the cricket pitch. And you have to picture this. It all started so simply. We're not in these massive, roaring stadiums yet, not even close. Think quiet English fields hundreds of years ago. It was literally farmers and children playing between fences with whatever they could find. That's where it all began. Okay, so let's follow that path. How do you get from a dusty village green to the heart of a structured global sport? That's the journey we're on now, and believe me, this is where the story really starts to pick up speed. This timeline lays it all out perfectly. You know, back in the 1600s, it's just a fun village pastime. But then, fast forward to the 1700s, and suddenly the aristocracy gets involved. And boom, it gets a whole new level of class. But the real game changer? 1787. That's when the Marylebone Cricket Club is founded. That's the moment it gets rules, a structure. You could say it got its soul. And that founding leads us right here, to Lord's in London. This isn't just some stadium. For anyone who loves cricket, this place is legendary. It's seen as the guardian of the game, its conscience. It really is the home of cricket. But of course, the story doesn't stop in England. Not by a long shot. The next chapter is a global one. Cricket started to travel, and its journey was tangled up with the history of the British Empire, creating these really fascinating and, yeah, sometimes complicated links between cultures. And a huge part of why it spread was this central idea, this ethos of the gentleman's game. It was a really powerful concept. It wasn't just about smashing the ball and winning at all costs. No, it was about how you conducted yourself. Discipline, respect. The idea that your character on the field mattered just as much, if not more, than the final score. And just look at where it ended up. It put down roots in completely different parts of the world. Think about it, the incredible flair of the Caribbean, the almost religious passion you see in India, the hardcore, gritty rivalries in Australia and South Africa. And the amazing thing is, in every single one of these places, it became its own thing, but they were all still speaking the same language, cricket. All right, let's jump forward in time a bit, into the 20th century. This is where things get really spicy. The game is global now, and that means one thing, serious competition. This is the era of epic rivalries and a complete revolution that made the game faster and way more modern. And when you say rivalry in cricket, one name comes to mind before any other, the Ashes. England versus Australia. Man, this is so much more than a series of matches. We're talking over 100 years of history, of national pride on the line. For both of these countries, it is without a doubt the ultimate showdown. Okay, now look at this number. 1971. Seems random, right? But it's not. This year was a seismic shift for cricket, a moment that completely changed how the game was played and watched, forever. Any ideas? Well, this was the year the One-Day International was born, and it was a revolution. Instead of lasting for days, you had a full match with a result in a single day. It was faster, it was more colorful, and it was absolutely perfect for TV. Suddenly, cricket was more thrilling and easier to follow for millions of people around the world. And all of that, it leads us to this moment, the emotional climax of this whole story for England. We're going back to Lord's, the home of cricket, but this time, the stakes are the highest they've ever been. We're talking about the world's biggest stage. The year is 2019. If you're a cricket fan in England, this is a year you will never, ever forget. Because this was the year of the Cricket World Cup final. And what a final it was. I mean, it is no exaggeration to call this one of the most insane, nail-biting, dramatic finals in any sport, ever. And after all those years, England, the country that gave the world cricket, finally lifted the World Cup. Just an incredible, unbelievable moment of pure joy for the whole country. And this quote just says it all. That victory wasn't just about winning a trophy. It was this powerful, emotional reminder of just how much this game is woven into the fabric of the country. A moment where everyone just celebrated together. So where does that victory leave the game today? Let's take a look at cricket now and what's next. It's this fascinating mix of that old, timeless spirit and this constant modern evolution. And what you see today is a game that's way more open and inclusive than it's ever been. You've got men, women, pros, amateurs, people from every walk of life playing together. On those same village greens where it all started, in schools, in communities, it's everywhere. And this is the beautiful tension at the heart of cricket right now. On one hand, you have its timeless soul, the handshake, applauding your opponent, that quiet respect. And on the other, you have the lightning-fast excitement of T20, this massive global entertainment machine. And somehow, it all works together perfectly. So when you step back and look at the whole picture, it really is true, isn't it? The journey of this game, from a tiny, humble pastime to a worldwide spectacle that still remembers where it came from, that story really is the story of Britain. And at the end of the day, what is its legacy? It's all about these core ideas: patience, grace, a kind of quiet, understated strength, and maybe most importantly, this power to bring people together. It's all there, every time a ball is bowled. Which kind of leaves us with this one big question, doesn't it? In the story of cricket, we see a reflection of a nation's character, its history, its very soul. It really makes you wonder, what does a sport truly say about the people who play and love it?